Hey, and welcome to week 12. You are all almost done with this course in this semester. It's going to go quick between now and the last week in April. This week, again, you're continuing on the assignment from last week, the screencast, where you are delivering a lesson in that flipped lesson format, is not due until this coming Friday. And this week, you just have some pondering to do about how best to use the technology in a classroom. One-to-one is the typical terminology used when a school gives a computer to every student. The number of one-to-one schools in South Dakota is a majority, and the number of K through 12 one-to-one schools in South Dakota is growing day by day. Some of the K through 4 classrooms are giving their students technology to use during the day that they can't take home. 5 through 12 is growing by leaps and bounds. The technology in any particular classroom is not going away. My last school, we were a one-to-one classroom since 2009. And it was a transition. I won't kid you there. For those of us who grew up from punch cards to today's technology, it was less of a transition than for those teachers who were older than us and or, believe it or not, those students who are younger than us. I maintain that students today know the technology that they know, which means that they know the social media sites and they know how to use their phones. But in order to do a lot of things, it takes a little hand holding, and it takes a little bit of guidance in order to get them to where they need to go. This week, I really want you to think about your future careers. So you have a couple of things to do. You have a couple of readings to do. These are all links to these particular readings. Plus you have one video to watch. It's a TEDx video. Those are always fun to watch. And you have one discussion post over those things you're watching and reading. Examine the benefits of a one-to-one classroom. The fear among many educators is that we are going to end up with an educational system where the students are plopped in front of a computer and the teacher is no longer a viable necessity in the classroom. Nothing could be further than from the truth. The teachers are not going to go away, even if the kids are in front of a computer screen 100% of the time. The curriculum, the skills that they are learning through that computer are not going to be created by somebody in a basement. They're going to be created by educators. I don't see in our lifetime, in our children's lifetimes, where the teacher is going to become obsolete. So when you do this discussion post, again, which the originals due Wednesday, finals are due on Friday, really think about that. How are tools like the computer, the phones, the iPads, iPods, those kinds of things, and technology that we don't even know yet? How are they impacting the schools? What are the benefits um, in those schools? The other thing that I want you to do is I want you to think about that job interview. And I want you to think about how you would frame your answers to these particular questions that are very common questions anymore in any job interview. It used to be that an administrator, when interviewing an educator, would simply ask, what books are you reading right now? What magazines do you read? How do you feel about discipline? What will you do with that? How do you get your students to write? Those kinds of things. Today, a lot of those job interviews are conducted by committees, and that committee is going to be a tech coordinator, it's going to be teachers, it's going to be counselors, it's going to be the administration. So I want you to think about how you can really answer these questions. Now, at this level, and where you're at, most of you are not even very far in the ed department. Um, I want you to think about how you would answer them today. How would you answer them from what you know today? Okay. Now, phrase them as you would if somebody were talking to you. And if somebody wanted to, you could sure do these digitally in terms of you could do a video to answer these questions. Any way you want to give these to me is fine. Just make sure that I get these dropped in the Dropbox, whether it's a video or just typed out or whatever it is that you'd like to do. The answers to these are available on the web, just like your kids would have in a one-to-one classroom. But be aware, right? Just like if you were the teacher in a one-to-one classroom, I'm the one who took them from the internet, so I know where the answers came from, so I know what those answers are. It's much better if you just do them from what you know. This shouldn't take you too long. So it's due on Friday along with your screencast, your flipped classroom screencast. And again, that only had to be about 2 minutes, but we wanted to give you 2 weeks to do that just to make sure that you had enough time to find the right technology, to find the right lesson, to find the right scope that you wanted to do that from. And again, if there's any questions, send me a text, send me an email. I'll get back to you ASAP and we'll work something out. I have updated grades. I'm pretty certain, although I'm certain that someone will contact me after they hear this and say, no, you didn't do this part. If I've gone back and I have fixed those modified grades, but if you think something is still wrong, please don't hesitate to contact me. That's what I'm here for, and that's what I like to do. So either way, contact me. I'm also in my office, or we can set up a time that you can come to my office too, or we can Zoom, or we can do anything you want to. So have a great week. Have some fun with the assignment that you have to do, and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the sunshine that is coming our way. All right, see everybody later. Bye.